Caught up in these feelings, these light skin feelings. Caught up in these feelings, these light skin feelings. Caught up in these feelings, these light skin feelings. I'm sensitive, not strong, and this reality is chilling. Caught up in these feelings, these light skin feelings. Caught up in these feelings, these light skin feelings. Caught up in these feelings, these light skin feelings. I'm sensitive, not strong, and this reality is chilling. Crying all the time, you know how we do.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Music Podcast on Guideline Entertainment. And it's been a crazy kind of couple of weeks here on Guideline Entertainment because I'm rearranging things of knowing what I need to do, because the color film got no views by you guys. So I don't know why. It's maybe be a long form podcast that you guys might not like, and I don't really know what to do at that point. So you know what I said? That one Tupac review got so much views, and I was saying maybe you guys like the shorter form things, and I thought maybe I can fix some things, because there's been problems that I've been having for a very long time about, just needless to say, about long form podcasts. It takes a lot of my time also. So here's what's happening right now in Guideline Entertainment. So color film is out because you guys are not watching it. That's out. Might bring it back in the future to later on, but that is no more as of right now. Color film's out. So also what's happening is, because color film's not working, I'm bringing back profiles, and we're going to do Tom Cruise, which I've been talking about for the longest time. We're doing profiles still with Tom Cruise, so that's going to be a good episode. Then we're going to do a lot of shorter things now, okay? So what is here is what's going to be coming up for you guys, okay? So first of all, every Saturday, you guys will get the music podcast every Saturday. Okay, so this is what you guys are listening to. Okay, so Monday you will also get the GLE podcast, and those two shows will be long form. Wednesday you'll still get All Time Lows, and during the week, because we have only one show during the week, we are adding a new show, which is the Top Show, which I used to do with my former co-partner, and he's left. So I've been thinking for the longest time, how am I going to do the Top Show without him? So I came up with a new idea for it. We're getting some new things for it and everything. My graphic designer is on the way doing everything for it. So that's hype, and that will be coming, and that'll be more of a shorter show, really simple, really fun, just a quick and grab video for you guys to watch, so that'll be pretty nice. And Profiles will be monthly. Profiles is a monthly show. It takes a lot of work for preparing and everything, so that needs to be a while. So Tom Cruise will be a big podcast, which was the original plan, but I think I'm going to do a couple of films for him and then do another Profiles later on when I can get to it. But because it's only me, I have to be considerate to myself of what I'm going to do with the podcast, because I'm the one that has to do everything unless I find someone to do it with me, and so far hasn't really worked out for me. So this week on this podcast, the second half of the show will all be dedicated to an interview for a SoundCloud beat producer maker. His name is Caleb Belkin. He's really good and he makes really cool things. You guys will hear a little bit of his music during the break, which will be really, really cool. And right now we're going to talk about the music today. So that came out today. So there has been quite a bit of music, but the biggest thing is the Jay-Z new album. But I'm not buying Tidal for an artist I really don't like that much and getting it and buying a whole new program for him. Nope. I don't know how I'm going to listen to it, but again, some people are stupid to do that, so definitely go listen to them. Definitely go check out Sight and Sound. Sight and Sound. Jay Williams does the whole show. I guarantee you he has Tidal and is going to listen to that album. So definitely go check his out because I don't have it. So we're going to talk about all the music besides Jay-Z that has come out. So today we got the full album for Calvin Harris, which is well, we've been getting a bunch of songs by him lately, all out and everything, and that's what we've been getting, and we finally get the full album out, so it's pretty hype for that one. But everyone knew that was coming. It says volume 1, so there might be another volume coming out later. Don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do on that, because as of right now, that's all I know is that album came out. I don't know if there's a volume 2. So we also got a new Nick Jonas song, which has Anne Marie and Mike Posner in this one. It's pretty good. I enjoy it, and every song I'm going to talk to, by the way, is a song I like. Okay, so yeah, so like honestly, there might be a bunch of other songs that you like, but they're not personally my favorite, so I'm not going to talk about them if I'm not really a huge fan of them, because I don't want to trash on someone else's work. So then we got this new band that's a new and upcoming band called Laney, and their album is absolutely so damn good. It's a more of an alternative band that I really like, more of a a good vibe album, which I really enjoy what they're doing right now. I'm halfway through the album, and so far I'm really enjoying it, so definitely want to give a shout out to that. Also, we got Good Nights with Weathen and Maciel. I don't know. I don't know those guys, but I'm probably just botched their names. That's a good one. It's a good one. Then we got Sun Comes Up with James Arthur, which I like him a lot. He's good. We also got my boy James Vincent McMorrow and San Halo doing more of a future song that I pretty like. But again, James Vincent McMorrow's voice is legendary, so I can listen to anything he says. He could read a freaking story, and I'll love it. Then, of course, we got Calvin Harris' Volume 1 album. Then we got one of my favorite actors right now. Ansel Elgort, okay? He is Baby in the movie Baby Driver, which I love it so much. And that's the thing. This first episode of the new Top Show will be top 5 favorite movies of the year so far in 2017. So you guys will see that and what my reviews about it. And Baby Driver will be up there. I'm telling you right now. I saw it twice. I saw it opening night and I saw it the next day. Because it's freaking amazing. I'm not going to lie. I love the movie to death. So damn good. So he came out with a new song called All I Think Is About You, and he's a damn good singer, and I really like his music, so I definitely want to support him in everything he does. Really, really cool that he gets to do that, and he's a good actor too. Hasn't really been given the greatest things to act on. Finally, he got this role of Baby Driver, and he knocked it out of the park. We got a new album by TLC, the old band. I don't want no scrub. That band, they just came with a new album. I haven't heard it. We got a new Hunter Hayes song. Don't listen to him. Yeah, and I think that's really it. That the bands that's been coming out with some new stuff that is worth mentioning. We also got a new Japanese house album that came out today. Want to check that out because I do like Japanese house, some of their music. So that's really cool. We also got actually Blinds by Anime. If you know who that guy is, you know Caroline. You know that song? Okay, that's by them. So that's all you need to know, because that Caroline song is like really popular for some reason. But we had that. So guys, we're going to break, and you'll get a little commercial for what we're doing in Guideline Entertainment, and also we are getting a all-time lows will be coming up later this week. There will not be one this episode because we have an interview, and that interview will take up most of the show. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time, next week, same place here, Guideline Entertainment. Definitely check it out. Have you ever wanted a show that goes in depth with all your favorite film personalities, like an actor like Tom Cruise, or a composer like John Williams? Every month we pick 5 films to talk about each month about the actor, and we go in depth with every little thing about that performance or music, or however you want to do it, whoever we choose, and we go in there and talk about it.
I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard for love to ever last. Bang. I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard for love to ever last. Bang. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard for love to ever last. Bang. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too fast.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Music Podcast on Guideline Entertainment. And today, I got an awesome interview with the first music guest we have ever had on the show, and he is a SoundCloud artist. Would you call yourself that?
Yeah, I guess so. SoundCloud producer, SoundCloud artist.
Yeah. And his name is Caleb Belkin. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you have a pretty big following, I would say, personally, because I don't even have that much on YouTube. You have 9,688 people following you on SoundCloud. How does that feel?
Honestly, it feels pretty cool. I never thought it would honestly get that big. It's like, it just like all this, pretty much 2016, 2017, it just kind of blew up.
Yeah, it's huge, dude. Like, honestly, how I met you, how I found you actually on SoundCloud was my friend, because usually my friend always recommends songs on SoundCloud, and he always says, check out this, and how moods are feeling and everything. So when I think of my happy place, it's New York with a glass window in an apartment, raining at night. So any song that makes me go to that happy place is perfect. So he thought of a song that actually meant the same thing I was talking about, and that is I Fall in Love Too Easily. And when I listened to that song, I was like, that's my happy place. And you hit that nail on the head. So I kept on listening to your stuff, and that's all it was. So how did you get your sound, and how you wanted to make your beats and everything?
Like, how did I find my specific sound that I like to produce and stuff?
Yeah, because would you call yourself like a lo-fi artist?
There's like a gray area in between there, because when I think of lo-fi, I think of, I don't know, some grimy like beats. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like not focus on more like the melody. It's more about like the drums and I don't know. I would say in between like a jazz hip hop and like a lo-fi, somewhere in between there.
Yeah, it's so perfect. And honestly, it shows you get so much love for that song. 18.3K on that song. That's amazing, dude. And you definitely deserve it because that song is amazing. So I want to get to how you kind of found yourself in wanting to do music. So, what year did you start? You thought, you know what? I like music this much. I want to start producing it, start making it. When did you realize that during your time of getting started?
Oh, what really happened was it was about 3 years ago. 3 years ago is when I first bought my first beat pad.
Mm.
So basically, the start of it is I had some friends that were producing, not really the same style that I do now, but they're basically producing, and then I like thought it was really interesting, and so like I had a friend who taught me how to use like his software and his like beat pad. So then I went and bought my own. So that's where that's what basically got me into it. But they kind of made like electronic beats, like the trap beats, all that stuff. So then I basically kind of just branched out and found what I really liked, and that's kind of how it all started.
Wow, that's amazing because it's just like how a friend can influence you, like how I found you and most SoundCloud artists. And again, with your beats, it just has that unique, like you said, you're in the middle between jazz and lo-fi, and it's perfect. And I think that's where it hits home, where that kind of rain feel, kind of like I can kind of hear like little rain in the background of I Fall in Love Too Easily. So I really like that song. I kind of want to know how you came up with the idea for that song, because that song is just like so good. it's
Well, you heard the original, right, by Chet Baker?
No, I haven't.
So that song is basically it's kind of more of a flip type thing, not like all original, but the original song it's like a really slow jazz song from like the 60s or something. So I like listened to it and I was like, wow, I think that'd be really good for like a hook of a song or like the voice, but I didn't really want to do the voice, so I started doing that, but I didn't want to do the voice for the whole time, you know what I mean? So then there was a part later in the song where it's like a trumpet solo. So then I took that and then I chopped it up, and then that's the part I think that like gives it a good balance in between the singing. Because if it was just singing for I don't know how long it is, 2 minutes, I don't think it would be as good.
Yeah, I like that song. Is fantastic. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I just turned 18.
Okay, so we're the back same age. I'm like 17 right now. So what's the game plan for you? I know you're only 18. We're kind of the same age. What do you want to do? Do you just want to get your beats out there and people use them? Or do you want like big artists like, I don't know, just for example, like Drake and those kind of people? I know that's a huge scale, but like,
yeah.
Is that your game plan? Do you want people to use your beats and you make them? Or do you just want to do what you're doing and get very popular off of that?
Well, basically what happens with like rappers and stuff, like, okay, some people, I don't like to make beats specifically like for rappers or for people to sing on, because I think that kind of when you make a beat for like an artist, there's a structure. They need an intro, they need a verse, and then they need a hook, and then they need another verse. And I think it kind of takes the fun out of it for me, the creativity out.
Yeah.
So basically I just make them however I want to make them. And then if people want to use them and people want to rap on them, then that's cool. But I didn't make it specifically for that. Like I make it for people to listen to first. And if you want to sing on it, that's like second in my mind.
Yeah. That's actually a really good idea. So you kind of just want to make what you're exactly doing, get popular off that, and people want to use it, good for them. Like,
basically.
Okay.
I don't think I mean, obviously it'd be like really cool to produce for like a big artist, big artists, and obviously like I would if the opportunity like came out, I would want to do it. But honestly, the moment that this becomes like work type thing, it's not as fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you just do it at your own leisure, and that's the way you like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Like because I'm in the movie industry, I'm not huge on music. I love music. It's a big part of my life, and hence why I have a show for Guideline Entertainment. And the main thing in movies is music is a huge part in what it does in movies. And it seems like there's people with that make the scores and everything. They're now leading up to currently, and now they're leading up to making more of those modern day beats and everything. Would you, if it came to that point in the movie industry and you can make beats or scores for them as what you do, would you do that? Would you take that opportunity up for maybe like a Batman or a romantic movie? Because that I Fall in Love Too Easily could fit easily in like a romantic movie if they actually put it in there.
Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be fun, like a different experience, like a different perspective. Just stepping away from like the SoundCloud and the beats and trying to experiment with something else.
Yeah. Is that what you want to do? Like, I know only 18. You don't really know what you want to do with your life yet. Or maybe you do. Is that what you want to do with your life? You want to make music?
No, I think it's more of just a hobby, something to do for fun.
Yeah.
Right now.
Cool. So you don't see a big plan with it yet? You're just kind of just doing it for now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, your last song you came out was 1 month ago, which is Snowflakes, which it's still growing. It's the least viewed right now. Do you have any stuff planned? That's a really good beat, by the way. I'm not saying it's the least viewed as a bad thing.
It's just the most recent.
Yeah, it's just the most recent. So, do you have any plans for anything right now?
Basically, so when I have a plan that when I hit 10K followers, I'm gonna release like a beat tape with like multiple beats, like I don't know if you've heard the Summer Nights EP, but something like that with a little bit longer.
So are you working on that as you're waiting for this 10K, or is it done, or you're just waiting for the 10K?
No, I'm working on it. It's not done yet. I'm always looking for like a new, like trying to make new beats, and if it turns out good, then I'll put it in there.
Yeah. Are you like, because from your other beats like Snowflakes or Summer Nights EP or Reminisce, like all your other songs, they kind of are just beats, but All I Fall in Love Too Easily is different from the others. Do you like doing more things that is just beats in general with no voices in there, or do you like more the way of going into like I Fall in Love Too Easily?
I think more with the beats and the jazz guitar, and I like that. I like creating that more. There's more of a sense of like creativity with that type of sound.
Yeah, because you could just listen to your beats and they flow easily. Like, you're like, you know what, it's kind of flowing. I'm going to just leave it there and just make it, like, just stay there, and you don't want to turn it off because it just flows very easily with every one of your songs. Like, that's the way you kind of want an album if you're going to make an album, that you just want it to flow easily, and that's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to make an album for 10K, basically?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, cool. So, today's artist, rapper, well, it seems like rap is the biggest category or genre for music. What do you think about this genre? Because the way I think about it is people are just talking. Like Big Sean's huge of just talking. I don't know what genre you like. Is this your favorite genre that you make? Is that your favorite type of music you like to listen to?
I listen to like rap, like hip hop, like the new stuff, some of the old stuff, and then when I need to like relax, I listen to this type of stuff, the stuff I make other people, basically.
Oh, cool. So you don't just the music genre, because of SoundCloud. When SoundCloud got it released for the first time, I don't know how long SoundCloud's been around, for like a couple of years now, but it gave people like you the opportunity to do all these different beats and everything, which is a cool thing. And like, again, you said it's your hobby and you got started on it. So when you first started uploading stuff and you actually got, it was your first song, Lost Samurai?
I had made a lot of other songs that are currently on, they were from 2015, and they were just a lot different. When I started off, it was a lot different type of sound,
Yeah.
So I put them all on private because it doesn't really flow with the music I'm making now.
Yeah. So so your new type, well, your kind of jazzy pop, more the lo-fi in between. Your first one was Lost Samurai a year ago, correct?
Yeah, I started that sound that I have now.
Yeah.
I think that was the first track.
All right, so that one has grossed a lot. So once you put that out, were you very surprised how much you were getting off of it? Because you have 7,214 likes on that, and 334K listens to. When you first saw that, were you surprised how much you got on that?
On that was the first. I remember. I don't know. It was a year ago. That was the first song that actually like hit 10K for me, and like when that happened, like that was a big deal. I remember that was like the first song, and then but honestly, from that it didn't really get that huge. It's once like people started finding my other music, then they like I think the I Fall in Love Too Easily actually helped that Lost Samurai grow.
Yeah.
Because people would find that song on my page, and then they would scroll down to the bottom and find my other music. Like the Lost Samurai didn't blow up like as soon as I like released it.
Yeah. So out of all your music, this might be a very hard question, but out of all your music, what is your favorite track you have made?
The favorite track that I've made is probably, it's called Thinking of You. It's like really piano and like some vocals in there. That's probably the one that I like the most.
Yeah. So with I see like on some of your tracks you have the buy thing. So have you made quite a bit of money by like putting it on buy, or has it been kind of average?
It's kind of average. It's all like so basically that links you to my Bandcamp, where each song is like $1 if you want to buy it. And even the Summer Nights EP, there's like 9 songs on there, I think 7 songs, but it's only $2. So basically, I make not very much, not that much money.
Yeah.
But it also like depends. It fluctuates like monthly because it's so inconsistent.
Yeah.
Some people decide to buy a lot this month, but it ranges between like $70 and $100 a month. That's cool.
Yeah, that's better than nothing. That's a lot better than nothing, because most people put it on download, and like again, your music is so perfect it can flow in everything. So before we had this interview, you kind of sent me like who you look up to that makes beats. So like Tampa Beats, Ginseng, and it's No Idea, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So those people have made beats, but the one thing about Tampa Beats is all his stuff you had to buy, like the upgrade to SoundCloud and everything to get. Do you personally want to get to that level where Tampa Beats is, where you have to pay that subscriptions to listen to his music to be that bigger idea, or do you kind of like where you're sitting at, where you have that Bandcamp and put it there? Because the more you grow, the much higher you can put the prices to. So, do you want to stay at the level, then grow your prices, or do you want to be something like Tampa Beats, where he has that huge following where he can go to get that premium subscription to listen to his music?
I think that well, Tampa, just recently that happened. Like his music was all like just like mine, like you can listen to it whenever. So that's pretty recent. He's huge. So, but what I think is that probably just in the future I'll just keep it how it is, and I won't raise the prices on Bandcamp. But I think eventually with more followers and more like supporters and stuff, that more people will just buy it. So I like it at that range because it's not expensive. If you really like a song, you can buy it.
Yeah.
So
I see right here where the Summer Nights EP that you made, it came out 11 months ago, and then just recently you came out with Snowflakes. Did you take a hiatus? Were you not feeling any beats anymore, or did you just get tired after making Summer Nights and you just wanted to take a break for a while?
Yeah, so like within the last year, Summer Nights is going to become a year old in July. So within that whole year, I released like 3 beats. And so basically what happened right there is I was going through like a perfection phase because I loved like all the beats on Summer Nights. Like that's why I like put them all together and released it. And I feel like all the beats I was making at that time were not like up to that level. Or I didn't really enjoy it, or I didn't think it was gonna do good or something like that. So I just kind of held off on them. But now like I wasn't planning on like releasing Snowflakes at all. Like I just made it and I decided, you know what, why not post it? And I had never really done that before, like made a beat in a couple days and posted. Like I'm always like listening to it, making sure it's like perfect, but I'm just trying to like not do that as much. Yeah, and just release more music.
So you're going quality after quantity, aren't you? So you're going
basically.
Okay, so like what would be your range? Like if you could do quality after quantity, what would be the perfect amount that you can like on a schedule to give people? Like would you do like a month by month basis of a beat, or would you do like weekly by weekly? Because weekly might be too short of a time.
I think before I was released Summer Nights, so like it was 2016. I was releasing like a beat consistently like every month, and I think that was good. Like it gave the beat before it enough time to like get exposure and to grow. But it also like people like could expect new music like every month. So I think that was a good time frame.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because also that makes your beats is the pictures you put on there. So which is a very weird thing to say because anyone can put good pictures on it. But I really like your pictures on there because they just fit. Like, do you find these pictures that represent the song, or do you have someone make them for you, or is it just whatever?
Basically, so I just like that's also a hard part why I didn't release any songs, because I feel like the perfection phase, I felt like the name and the picture had to be perfect to match with the song. I don't know, I wasn't really finding that. So then, but what I do for the pictures is I basically like find the name, and I scroll through like a bunch of pictures on Google, and I just like find one I think fits the mood or like the vibe I'm trying to give on that track.
Oh, cool.
And because they're just for SoundCloud, but if I'm ever trying to like sell like a physical thing of music with that picture on it, then I obviously need to make like my own image or something like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know a really good designer, by the way. If you do need that, make some good stuff. So because I'm sorry I have to talk about "I Fall in Love Too Easily." I just love the song too much. So because that song, when you listen to the lyrics, I know you were like making the beat and everything. You probably listen to the lyrics all the time. That has a lot of meaning to the song itself. And when you were making this beat, were you, needless to say, feeling like this? Were you during a heartbreak during this time? Or you were just like, you know what? Sounds good. I'm going to put it to a beat. Or did it have any sentimental meaning to it?
Maybe a little sentimental meaning, but just like, it's more of a just in general thing, not like a specific thing that happened or something.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I listened to that song and like just recently it means a lot to me because I've been through this shit and everything, you know, all these freaking girl problems and all that crap and stuff, and listening to that song I was like, man, I really needed this right now. So I thought it had a lot of meaning to it. I mean, that's really cool that it's just like, you know what, it sounds good. That's really cool. So before we go here, I want to hear currently out of your new favorite artists, because guys, if you're watching this, I am about to release a new show called Top 5, which is I talk about top 5 in everything Guideline Entertainment, so like movies, TV shows, music, everything. So to kind of show you guys what that is like, I want to know, this might be a very hard question for you, who are your top favorite artists right now? That they could be on SoundCloud, they could be in general, but I want to hear your top 5 favorite artists.
All right, I gotta look through my music library, see who I've been listening to recently.
Okay. So I'll go first while you're doing that real quick. So currently for me, because music's always really cool because it's always changing and it can always be someone different. So I would have to say my favorite top 5 artists. Number 5 goes to James Young. Number 4, would be James Vincent McMorrow. 3 would be very hard question. I guess number 3 would be Drake because I've been listening to him a lot lately. Number 4 would have to be I guess I would go Black Bear, and number 1, sorry, would be Russ, which is a SoundCloud artist that's been growing tremendously. Have you ever heard of Russ?
Yeah, he's like you said, a SoundCloud artist that like got huge and basically has grown out of SoundCloud and now has the iTunes, the everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's man, that dude's I like that dude a lot. He's really good, but and like I love how SoundCloud's a very good starting point. And it's basically the YouTube on music, which is really, really cool because then people will find each other and will get picked up by people and everything. Have you speaking of SoundCloud, have you met people like friends wise off of SoundCloud that like your music, or you just post music, you don't really get into any of that stuff?
I've made like a few friends that like they live kind of far. One lives kind of close to me, but some of them live kind of far. But because like we both make beats, we like Skype a lot and we have like stuff to talk about. So I think it's cool.
Yeah, because it seems like how that's cool and everything, how they do that. So do you have some of your artists right now? You still looking?
I'm not sure on order, but I'll tell you 5.
Oh, cool.
So for SoundCloud, it's like the beats. Okay, there's like a couple beats and a couple people that not make beats. So the ones I listen to the most for the beats are Ginseng and Tampa. Mm-hmm. And then for like outside of the SoundCloud world, I listen to a lot of Jaden Smith and Travis Scott. So it's like all over the place. And then honestly, I don't. And then Daniel Caesar.
Okay.
One of my favorite too.
All right, cool.
So it's all over the place.
Yeah, like honestly, some of those people are like completely different for what you do. Because like you realize being to make music, have you come to the point where you realize like some of these songs could change someone's life and everything? Like especially how deep I Fall in Love Too Easily is. Have you gotten any comments by anyone saying this has really helped me through this, or have you gotten to that point yet, or no?
Like sometimes, like I'm sure it's happened with people, but they just don't tell me. But yeah, I've gotten a few messages, not about specific songs, but like, where they basically say like through Twitter or through like SoundCloud saying, "Oh, your music really helped me through this like particular time." Not like any specific song, but just in general. So I think that's like really cool that like I get to make what I like, and sometimes it helps people, and yeah.
So if you guys don't know this guy and this is your first time hearing of him, in the beginning of this, I bought one of his tracks, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it so you can kind of get of that. If that's fine with you,
that's fine.
I bought the track, so I did buy it. I'll play a little of that so you guys know it before the interview, which you already heard in the beginning. I'll play some out. But if you do want to hear this guy, where can they find you? Any of your social medias you can plug if you want to.
Instagram and Twitter, basically the two only social medias that I use.
Is it under the name Charlie Belkin? Caleb, sorry.
Yeah. Instagram is Caleb Belkin with 2 I's in Belkin. And then Twitter is just Caleb Belkin.
All right, cool. And guys, you can also find him on SoundCloud on every his beats. And definitely go check out I Fall in Love and every one of his songs. But I Fall in Love Too Easily is a very good song. So one of the best I've ever heard.
I appreciate it.
So you guys can find me at Wiley K. Todd and everything. And before you guys heard this, you heard the new music that came out today on Friday, the day I'm recording this. All the new music, you guys can get a preview of that. But also, guys, we have the Top 5 show debuting, and there will be longer episodes of the Top 10 show. Also, we get the Profile show coming soon. But All Time Lows comes out later in the week. So I want to thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.